All right, we got a little bag here. What we're gonna do is, let me move Bob out of the way for a second here. We're gonna do a coup de barre or coup de baba. My hands are up. The thing that people forget about is when you're doing a low line kick, you still wanna keep your hands up. The second I look down and I start kicking here, you're gonna be squaring your body out. They're gonna be punching you in the face typically, or kicking you in the face, which is worse. So my hands are up, my eyes are gazed forward. I open up my hips, meaning I kind of preset. The back foot here is going to be a straight motion here, almost like what you do when you do a hacky sack or when you're playing with soccer balls and you're doing those little tricks. Same idea, you're hitting with either the knife of the foot or the bottom of the foot. So I open up, I kind of step and lean, and I'm doing that kick here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my knee up vertical, just like that. He's not sure what I'm going to do yet, or the opponent. And then what I'm going to do is with this foot here is I'm going to pivot and do a low line fouetté, right? So we're here, I'm going to do it from a little further out. We're in the fighting stance, our hands are tucked in, we're protecting our face. I open up, I sweep the leg, I lift the knee up, and then I snap it in the whip kick. I can either switch leads from here and then move it back, or I can open, kick, knee, fouetté, and bring it back. We're looking at it on the bag. I open up, I sweep, I lift my leg up, and I can either pivot down here, or if you want to kick a little higher, you can. It doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I switch leads, I open up, I step in. There's my fouetté. I'm really leaning in. So what you want to do, sometimes remember the old version is you drop your hands. And that's okay too, as long as you're out of punching range or kicking range. So I can do it this way, bring the knees up, and I can do it old school with the hands. Or just do it the regular way. Open up the hips, coup de barre, knees up, kick. You might want to look down on the ground the first few just to make sure your positions look good. And you're going to focus on here. My opponent's there. I open up, coup de barre, knee up, boom. And then you practice there. And we'll have Bob practice a couple times. So same idea. He picks the lead. He opens up the hips. Sometimes you got to do it fast to kind of keep it going, but make sure your distance is good. And then switch sides. Hands a little higher. There you go. Open, coup de barre, knees up. Snap it to the vertical. So if we do it with each other, Bob and I are going to be here. I'm going to come on this side of the bag. So we're in the fighting stance. Here's what it looks like on the opponent. I'm here. Now, a good thing for Bob to do is hold his hands out like this. Just leave it there. I want to make sure that when I do my coup de barre, that I'm not walking to his punch. If you walk into the punch, you did it wrong, right? I want to be way out here, so there's plenty of gap here with that first position. Now, you put your hand back. I'm going to hold my hands out, and you step in and do the first kick, just the sweep. You roll it, yep. It's like that. So he's way out of range, so that means he was leaning his body back, so that's a good thing. Put the hand back again. Now we want to make sure, even if we're here, what happens is when your knee comes up, you might be doing here fouetté and landing in. We don't want that to happen either. So hold your hand out. I open here. My knee's here. And I should be able to also do my fouetté kick and still stay out of range of his punch. So when I put this foot down, I don't want to be in that range. I want to kick. I can put the foot down here and switch, but I don't want to put the foot down here into his punch. So Bob does that. So do the first kick and the second kick. Boom. There you go. And then we switch sides. So he holds his hands out. First thing I do is let's see the distance on that sweep, right? The coup de barre. Boom. I'm out of range. That's good. This is not good. Or if I just step closer, you don't want to sacrifice that punch there. Usually your hand should be up, so if you need to block it out of the way, that's okay. But you still want to be further enough distance away to not worry about that. Or I can drop my hands old school. Okay, he does that, so Bob's turn to do it. He's watching out for that hand a couple times. Boom. So then I do it to him. Now we're going to add the second kick. He holds the hands out. So I one here, my knee's up, and I can either kick in here, but what I want to do is make sure I'm not coming into the punch. So again, 1, 2, if I kick it, I'm out of range, and I'm over here. Or I can even start further back, really reach for it. Knee comes up, extend it way down here. Or I could drop my hands on that first one, bring the knees up and the hands up, and then stretch out on that second one. Bob does it to me. So he comes in, does the kick, sweeps, lifts the knees up, boom. And then just make sure you practice that back and forth. So what we're doing again is one person can just hold their hands out and make sure I don't walk into it. My hands are up, my eyes are agaze. 1, 2, 3. If you do want to do a higher line kick, medium or ha, that's okay too. That's how you want to set it up. 1, 2, low. Open, 1, 2, medium. Come back, 1, 2, do it high line. So you got to make sure that knee comes up enough so you can get that snap out of it with that pivot. And again, the hands are either here, or they're here, or they're here. Depends on how you're ranging yourself and if you're doing the old school hands on Savate or the newer hands. So here, salute. Practice that.